shortly see. Neither of them had photos up. Warlock versus Druid.
Who's Savage? Oh, okay, who's here? Oh, I mean MaSsan. Okay, so Handlock versus Druid. The cards we see from Druid doesn't tell us what kind of Druid it is yet. Those are standard cards in every Druid so far. So it might be the Colento Druid, it might be something more aggressive, but
well,
no.
double Savage Roar. That would probably mean it's some kind of Colento or token Druid.
And we see the Sylvanas as well, which is not a card used in Colento, but so I might think this is some higher curve. Maybe he just switched out the Cairn for Sylvanas, and it's still like one of those Druids, but yeah. This is a matchup that's good for Handlock.
This seems like a really terrible Druid start, and I mean, how much better can you get in terms of a Warlock hand? You have a Siphon Soul, you have a Giant and a Drake and a Soulfire.
Yeah, this is a really good hand for MaSsan. He's really happy. He would have preferred going first, I think, with the Giant and all.
Man.
But yeah, this is...
Xiaozhong has drawn into 3 Savage Roars so far.
This is really bad. I'm really surprised that he didn't keep the Keeper, because it's really good against both Su and Handlock, because you can silence the Drakes, of course. So I'm really surprised at that mulligan.
Do you think the Chinese player anticipate the foreigners to play Zoo decks?
No, I think they've done the research from the recent World Championship tournament and seen that everyone plays Handlock almost. So
some people are curious which of the 2 players is MaSsan. It's actually pretty easy. It's the one that has the words MaSsan under their portrait.
With a Warlock symbol.
With a Korean flag, I believe. Yeah. I hope that helps you guys out.
So here he's thinking about coining out Drake or playing Ancient Watcher into a Mountain Giant next turn. The Drake is nice because he doesn't have anything on the board, so even if he has a Keeper here, he can't kill the Drake, he can only silence it.
Well, Spectral Knight I think is a pretty good card against the Warlock, unless he gets out the Giants, which he's going to do, but he's going to do it a turn late.
Yeah, the Sylvanas play is like the only play here. You can't pass a turn, just coin out, innovate out lore later. This puts pressure, and he doesn't have an Owl right now, so no answer.
He tried to draw one and it didn't work.
Yeah, this is a bit awkward actually for MaSsan, but oh, another innovate.
So now he can innervate the Ancient Allure. Or he can Spectral Knight, innervate Hero Power to try to take out oh no, what am I talking about?
I think he's looking for answers like Big Game Hunter and the Silence.
I think here you killed... Oh, okay. I think I would have killed the 4-5. Would you have killed the 4-5?
The fact that he didn't play an Owl last turn probably means that he doesn't have an Owl in his hand, and then he needs to make the trades with the Sylvanas. You don't need to trade anything because of the deferral effect of Sylvanas.
Okay.
But you don't want to get him too low anyway because of Molten Giants, but taking him down to 19 is fine. You're still threatening him with double Savage Roar next turn, for example, if you do that. Oh, that play is really okay.
That's a very aggressive play, isn't it?
It's pretty risky, I think, if it steals something good here.
How do you build your board as a Druid now? Because to get through those taunts, you need more than just swipes.
Yeah. Do you want to sacrifice your Sylvanas into the Drake here, and maybe steal the Watcher? But you might get the Ancient, the Argus. So this is a pretty hard turn here, actually. It's not very easy at all.
Yeah, I don't see the play yet.
There is a play you could, you could clear the board here and get the either Drake.
With the swipe.
Yeah, you attack into the Watcher. If you get the Drake, you can swipe the Argus and kill the rest of his board, and you have a 5/4 against nothing.
No, you swipe the Argus first, and then you attack.
Oh yeah.
And then you get the 5/3 Drake.
The 5/3 Drake, yeah.
Or you get that.
Yeah. Your play would actually been way better than that.
Yeah, it would have been better.
Yeah, for sure. But it's still like, if he gets a Force of Nature soon, it's gonna be really good for him. And this actually played out good because he has a Black Knight in his hand, and that would have crushed the Drake. So in hindsight, it was like a good play, a good get.
So you see the Soulfire play here with the Mountain Giant.
He's calculating whether he can die or not next turn, and there's nothing that can kill him really for 7 mana. So
Because we have seen both innervates.
yeah, exactly. So he doesn't mind getting lower because of the 2 Molten Giants in his hand. So he doesn't really want to kill that. He doesn't want to discard a Molten Giant either.
There's a lot of damage here though. Still.
Yeah, there is. The Spectral Knight is not really that good. Neither is the Druid of the Claw here because of the Mountain Giant.
What about just Druid of the Claw and charge hero power?
I think he's gonna swipe this and trade the Argus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna change anything. Oh, really? Okay, he's gonna play the Shade then, I think. Yeah, he's playing the Shade to set up for Druid of the Claw and Charge and Savage Sword next turn for 8 mana. And that's gonna deal 6, 5, 11, 12.
Well, he just chose not the hero power the face.
Yeah.
Do you think a 3 cost rather than a 4 cost is a big difference there?
There is no difference actually, except for the fact that he can play Molten Giant and Argus, but yeah, it might have been good to not attack there. He does have 2 Moltens after all. And that trade, he's playing really safely here. Really, really safely. And I think it's good.
Another Druid of the Claw. Well, now you can start pushing for damage with Druid of the Claw, Savage Roars, but you probably want to save at least one for
sure.
first draw.
For sure. I think you really want to deal with that Giant, I think, somehow. You could play Swipe and Keeper. You can't really taunt up here. You can't, because he will just trade very efficiently. So I do like silencing the Sludge Belcher is also pretty tempting, you know, because you want to go for that lethal next
with
turn.
Druid of the Claw and Charge and Savage Roar, you do wipe the board and you end up with a Druid of the Claw.
You do wipe the board. You do.
I think that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah. It's gonna play into Mortal Coil, but it's like you can. It's still.
I just don't see anything better.
Yeah, it's still the best play, I think.
Yep, that's what he does.
Yeah. Here's the Mortal Coil. Siphon Soul, not really what he wanted there.
He doesn't want to die
So
a combo at 14 life, so I think he has to
yeah,
Loatheb here.
He's gonna Loatheb for sure here.
And he didn't get Black Knighted yet, so I think you might as well pawn up the Loatheb. What do you think about that? You think that's wasteful?
I think that you want to save. You only have a Sunfury Protector in your hand. And you want to save that for the double Molten Giant that's coming up next turn, most likely. You could even tap here. He does not choose to tap. I think tap would have been fine because you cannot die this turn because of Loatheb. So, if he had one more mana, those double Spectral Knights would have been really good here. So yeah, I think you want to play one Spectral Knight at least, because it can't get Siphon Soul.
Would you do anything else?
I mean, the Keeper is really useful to silence taunt because he doesn't have any answer.
But would
really.
you even attack face here? Like you chose not to earlier.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get 9 mana. That means that if he attacks here, he could life tap then, play double Molten Giants for 1, and Argus. He could still have done that though, so it's no difference really.
Do you do double Molten and Sun Fury?
You do double Molten, and the question is here if you want to attack with the Loatheb or not. No.
I think you hit face.
Yeah. I was thinking about like silencing the
Siphon Soul Silence.
yeah, Siphon Soul Silence, but then you can't play both Molten Giants.
Well, right now, MaSsan is in a really good spot, I believe.
Yeah,
It's really hard to go through those. He has a lot of healing. He has a lot of answers.
he needed a Black Knight here if he wanted to do something.
I mean, even with a Black Knight, what do you do?
You could Black Knight and swipe one Molten Giant and then trade with the Spectral Knight to clear both Molten Giants and have a 4/5 on the board that trades with the 5/4 Lothab. But now that it doesn't have that,
yeah.
like let's say his play here is to go for Savage Shore combo next turn. If he can swipe one Molten and trade with his Spectral and silence the other one and play the Spider, will he die? He has 10, 15 damage, Soulfire is 19 damage, so in theory, like on board he doesn't die, including a Soulfire. So I think that's what he's gonna do here, hope for a top deck.
Okay.
Still, he's running 2 Force of Natures, and it's not that unlike. Yeah, he's actually going for that play. That's
interesting.
I wonder what he's thinking here. Yeah, he's not gonna have lethal with Force combo here if he trades the Lothab with the 2/4 Keeper. So it's very passive play.
Do you silence Siphon Soul this turn? I think I would, just to get the 15, still have a taunt at full health, clear
Yeah,
the board.
I think you need to clear everything here. Siphon. There's another taunt that's gonna be maybe useful.
He does
there.
that play, but he chooses to tap.
Yeah, you have 2 mana remaining after that play.
Oh. He's going face with it.
This means that if he doesn't Siphon Soul here... Oh, it's Shadow Flame, okay. Yeah, he's
Right.
realizing that he has lethal anyway. So this is...
Yeah, this is game over because the
Game over.
only thing he can do to survive is Drew of the Claw and taunt, which will get Black Knighted.
Yeah.
Or Siphon Soul.
Yeah. So this is game over. But he's gonna taunt here.
Yeah. Well, MaSsan takes the first game. You think he might be the first to take... Actually, no.
Serious? I took the first game as well versus...
Oh, yeah, he did.
Turn block bad.
That didn't work out, did it?
No.
Ah, okay.
So we'll see. But...
All right. Well, MaSsan's got to be pretty happy with that. I mean, if you're up a game and you got handlock left.
and Priest and Handlock is like super popular in this tournament, I think so.
Well, match 2 is going to be
Miracle Rogue.
Yep, Miracoli.
Wow.
You like this matchup? I think you're familiar with it.
I am familiar with this matchup, and I don't like it very much. Although my Miracle Rogue that I built for this tournament is really good against Handlock, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it in the group stages because of the format.
Okay.
Me and RDU practiced a lot in the hotel room for this, and I won 75% of my games with Miracle against Handlock. So I'm feeling very confident, but it's not very good against other things like aggro. So I can't really play it in group stages from what I've seen in my group so far.
What do you think of that start? I feel the saps are very useful against the handlock, but without the auctioneer, you basically have nothing in this matchup, right?
Yeah, the saps are really good against Handlock, but it's not something you want to use at the against the first giant. You want to
Something
kill
you
off.
want to draw into?
Yeah, exactly. You want to use it when you have minions on the
Oh.
board for tempo. That's a really good draw.
How about sapping an activated watcher? Isn't that common?
It is not the best sap target, but it is a sap target that's like it's decent to get tempo advantage because you can't reuse it if you don't have another taunt or anything like that. But you prefer to sap like drakes and mountain giants, of course, especially if they're taunted.
Well, MaSsan has Jiraxis. I know Jiraxis used to be irrelevant before because you just die from 20 usually.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's way stronger.
It is way stronger. Is it way stronger and useful, or way stronger and still pretty useless?
It's way stronger because with the addition of Sludge Belchers, you have this taunt that protects you, so you have one turn to play the Zero Axis, and also the fact that you said that you don't have the Leroy triple Shadow Slip anymore on one turn. So the thing I'm wondering here is, like, every Miracle Rogue we've seen is like different and like has different win conditions. So I'm wondering what the win condition this deck is.
I feel like I've seen this exact Miracle Rogue deck played on your stream like 1,000 times.
Yeah, like these cards are all standard cards, but the question is, what does he use for finisher? Does he use Leroy? Does he use Molgos? Does he use like Arcane Golem like we saw pre?
What do you think about that? Sapping a Drake, not even forcing a counterfeit draw.
I don't like it. I would have played differently here. With SI probably.
Alright.
That Lothab seems pretty good here, actually.
Because the Mortal Coil would cost the turn.
Yeah, exactly. The thing with Lothab here is that you're forcing him to play more minions, and then you have your Eviscerate, Backstab, Blade Fury to like clear the board efficiently. So that is, and you can also use the Auctioneer if you happen to get a prep for next turn. You can Auctioneer Coin, Poison, Backstab, Prep, Blade Flurry, or Eviscerate.
He can kill the Drake here. I just don't think it's worth it at all.
No. Previously, in the earlier Handlock meta, they used to run double Faceless, and then you needed to kill the Drake immediately, otherwise it gets Faceless. But now they're only running max one Faceless, sometimes not even at all, so it's not that important. So yeah, it's gonna be a Lothab here for sure. So
I feel if he draws a prep, he's in really good shape next turn.
Yeah, for sure. The Handlock doesn't really have any other Drakes or Giants that he can pressure with here. Yeah, it's gonna be double Farseer or Ancient Watcher Farseer.
Would you heal the Drake here?
I believe I would, because I've seen one sap already, so it's not likely to get sapped. So, especially since you have a Molten Giant in your hand as well. So, and the Ancient Watcher, you want to play it because of Shadow Flame next turn. You can Shadow Flame it. And Mortal Coil.
Yeah, that seems better than a Farseer. Farseer would just die to Blade Flurry poison.
Yeah.
Now, there was some debate with positioning. We felt, I think it was maybe Ecop.
Yeah, Ecop versus Reyna.
Issues with positioning.
Yeah, he failed a bit with his Ancient Watcher.
Where would you place this Ancient Watcher here?
I would probably place it in the middle because you want to Argus the, potentially, if you get an Argus, you want to Argus it so it has 5 damage and Argus the Drake as well. But keeping Drake in the middle is fine as well. As long as the Farseer is not in the middle, it's fine.
Well, right now, MaSsan has no taunt givers, and DongZhong has just drawn his second sap.
Yeah.
I feel like this is actually the Miracle Rogue's game right now.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, but anything can happen with a good Shadow Flame here that leaves him with no minions. So this is really awkward here because he can't really poison, because then you need to top deck as concealed in order to Blade Flurry.
Or prep.
Yeah. Or prep. Oh yeah, or prep. I meant prep, of course.
He needs to deadly poison and draw conceal or prep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Doesn't get it, so he wastes 1 mana this turn, which is not the best, but it's gonna kill off the Drake.
Yep.
There's no other player.
Here. There's no other play. You got to protect your Auctioneer for one, at least from the board, from what he's aware of.
Yeah, for sure.
And going to Blade Flurry next turn is fine. Now he's gonna lose his Auctioneer to. Whoa.
Oh wow, okay then.
That seems extremely risky right now.
It is risky, and it's probably gonna cost him the game actually.
Well, if MaSsan doesn't heal, he's dead. Because he doesn't have a taunt. But we know he will be healing.
Yeah, the play here is
Molten Giant, Shadow Flame, the Watcher,
Mortal Coil. Yeah, and you cannot heal this turn then, but
but then you die.
You do.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, you die.
Oh yeah, you do.
So you have to heal.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. He doesn't know the cards, but he needs to think that something is going on
He
here.
has Soulfire too.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the play is attack the Auctioneer with the Drake and attack the 5/5 the 3/3 and Soulfire instead of Shadow Flame.
Yeah. But he's going for the play that we were talking about,
I mean,
because
that means it's over then.
yeah. I mean, if you
not
don't
too
know,
bad.
if you don't know your opponent's hand, this play is not that bad. But you have to think that there was a reason for him attacking face, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Wow.
Miracle taking
Bummer.
it. We still didn't see the finisher. That's kind of sad because I really wanted to know,
Mhm.
but I guess we'll find out.
Well, I think MaSsan played pretty well. As you mentioned, it's not something you can easily foresee.
So it's actually Priest here. So that's
Priest.
really, really bad for MaSsan.
Is it? Shadow Madness seems like it has a lot of targets.
It does, but that's about the only thing the Priest got going for him. If you get an Auctioneer Conceal, you need that Alchanize Circle combo, otherwise you are so dead next turns.
We haven't seen a charged creature. We haven't seen Cold Bloods.
Yeah,
I feel like the Miracle Rogue that we're seeing right now doesn't have much over 30 damage.
we're seeing Sinister Strikes here, and that makes me think that it's actually a Malygos Miracle.
Is that a problem for a Priest?
That's actually, it's still favored against Priest, but it's worse than the normal Miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Malygos one, in this matchup, when you play against Priest, you need to save your preps for Malygos, because otherwise, if you just play a naked Malygos, it gets
Yeah.
mind controlled,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have no damage, because that's your only source of damage.
Well, we see the Sap, which is far less useful in this matchup.
Yeah, the Priest actually has a pretty decent hand here with Loatheb,
Yeah.
and a lot of minions.
Double Sap. Well, it's a great answer for an Acolyte, at least.
Yeah.
And here, I think you have to Thought Steal. Like, you don't want to play an Injured Blade, do you?
I mean, I think that it's fine playing one Injured Blade
Oh,
Master.
Holy Fire.
That's really nice.
What do you think about that? Having Holy Fire... Oh, man. Deadly
Oh wow!
Poison.
Every day I thought still I get the deadly poison or
There's
blade
only
flare.
one in there.
What?
There's only one Deadly Poison in there, because he's...
Oh yeah, right. He already used the other one. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. Yeah, you just heal here. You really need that Auctioneer though in this matchup. Otherwise, it will just snowball out of control for the Priest if he gets too many minions on the board.
Mm-hmm. Do the Injured Blade, heal the Injured Blade. Next turn, you can do Injured Blade, heal Injured Blade, and Power Word Shield it. if you
Yeah.
want. The problem with Backstab is it kills nothing.
It kills nothing, but it can be comboed if he has Wild Pyromancer, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It
there's
is
the
Malygos,
Malygos. Yeah,
yeah.
so I was correct with the read there. The Malygos is, it's very risky to play the Thanos on turn 5 or turn 6 because it can get Cabal Shadow Priest here.
Mhm.
It doesn't have one right now, so that's if it would have had a Cabal Shadow Priest, it could actually backstab for 3 damage there by stealing the Thanos.
Okay. I feel like now if he just pushes with saps for direct damage, that he might just seal the game by the time Malygos comes down.
Yeah, unless he has an answer. The only answer that Priest has for Malygos is Mind Control, because it's a 4/12.
Mhm.
There is no Shadow Word Deaths or Shadow Word Pains that can hurt it, so and the health pool is too high. But this is not.
Easy sap target, isn't it?
It is Sap, just because he doesn't have much else in his hand right now. This is actually looking decent for the Priest, because he doesn't have any Auctioneer or Drakes to really pressure the Priest.
I'm actually not so sure, just because, like, I don't think the Priest has much.
No, he doesn't have any like
He doesn't have
answer
control at
for
all.
this
Yeah.
this Farseer, which is a bit annoying. But oh, that Cabal Shadow Priest, one turn too late.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's not playing another target, so he can Shadow Madness, is also really pain here for the Priest player.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you just want to replay that injured, heal it. As soon as he gets his Auctioneer here, he's gonna win the game. But he's just drawing spells.
Which is still not bad.
Which is still not bad considering the fact that the priest player doesn't have an answer for a naked Malagos.
I just feel like, even though the rogue is technically not winning right now, he has a lot of turns left to draw win conditions.
Yeah. The priest doesn't have any pressure right now in the game.
Yeah.
So I do believe that you want to eviscerate here, but you need to combo the eviscerate, right? So you want to eviscerate and dagger, but there's nothing to combo the eviscerate because
Conceal.
yeah, but you want to
Or sap.
the plan here is that he wants to play Malagos turn 9, coin conceal. So he needs to keep that coin and conceal. So he's just gonna sap that and
You want to eviscerate? Okay.
So yeah, this is still so painful to watch. I mean,
Just nothing's good.
yeah, nothing is really good here. He's gonna have to either play the Lothab here or play the Blade Master and he's playing the Black Knight.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine because if he uses the injured Blade Master and heals, that's 5 mana. He has nothing else to spend the 3 mana for. So
I feel that the Black Knight might take out the backstab, which is still pretty good, because when he does Malagos Coin Conceal, the backstab's going to kill anything in the deck.
But he uses Holy Fire here, which is really weird. I would have preferred just healing yourself and playing the Black Knight.
I think he might feel this is the old Miracle Rogue with maybe Arcane instead of Leroy.
Yeah.
And in that case, on turn 8, you do want to be higher on life.
For sure.
Especially against that many cards.
So yeah,
I think that was the thinking there.
Yeah. But I think you need to realize here that the Miracle Rogue player, like, he could coin out Malagos here because we know that he doesn't have any answer for the Malagos. The only thing that could be an answer is Silence because he only has 9 mana and you need 10 for Mind Control. But he's still gonna play it safe and wait one more turn. Malagos, Coin Conceal, and then Unleash 30 damage in one turn with double Sinister, double Eviscerate, Blade Flurry. It's gonna...
It does lose to Sylvanas Draw.
The thing is here that it does, but also the Lothab here is gonna when he Malagos Coins Conceal, the Lothab is gonna prevent him from playing spells. So that's gonna buy him one more turn.
Yeah.
But that's about it. So he needs to top deck the Sylvanas or Mind Control within 3 turns here. I do believe this is a Sludge and Organized Soul for his turn.
Seems fair.
Yeah. Especially since he used 2 saps already. But the Malagos doesn't... You don't need it right now. I think you go for...
It's a pretty big mistake to play it, isn't it?
The thing is here, he could play the Malagos Coin Conceal here, but if he plays the Auctioneer first, he can bait out the Lothab and then go for the Malagos.
And then he can do Malagos Coin Blade Flurry.
Yeah. He could do that actually and clear the board. I think he's looking for... he's really hesitant using this, but he wants to bait out the Lothab really, really much. So...
I would not use the coin here.
No, I wouldn't either. Prep...
Apparently.
Yeah.
If you know you're drawing Prep, you can use the coin.
Exactly. Prep is the only thing that could have... And the chances of him drawing Prep is actually pretty high, considering the amount of cards he has left in his deck. So he's calculating here whether he can set up for lethal next turn by eviscerating face twice and then playing Malagos. And if he gets a second Prep, in theory he could kill him next turn by eviscerating twice face now and then playing double Sinister Strike next turn. But he didn't get that Prep, so... And this is actually gonna be not so good because...
It does run Mind Control.
There's the Mind Control. So he's gonna play Lothab here, and that's gonna prevent him from clearing the board here with the Malagos Prep Blade Flurry. So this is actually looking really good for MaSsan now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what can Xiaozong do to even stay alive at this point?
I mean, he could just Acid Drake and Farseer himself and buy him one more turn because he doesn't have lethal on board. Especially since he used that Holy Fire. So if he just Farseers and Drakes here, and the next turn he can play Malygos and Blade Flurry. It will be good, really good.
If he plays Malygos, he loses the game.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. But
Mhm.
I mean, the best play for him here is like healing. He doesn't necessarily actually lose the game, because if he plays Azadrake and Farseer here, the priest needs to trade, but he could actually get one Sinister Strike in as well, with the Malygos and Blade Flurry. So Sinister Strike is 8 damage, and the Blade Flurry is 6 damage. So that's yeah, that's 14 damage. And the priest is at 17, and he can't heal because of the Arcanized Soul Priest. So it's not completely over yet. Oh wow, I can't believe he used his weapon there. Big mistake. Now he doesn't have a weapon for the Malygos Blade Flurry.
But he doesn't need one because each of the Sinister Strikes do 8, and he can't heal. He can do Malygos, Sinister Strike,
he can
Prep, Sinister Strike.
He can trade his Arcanized Soul Priest and heal.
Yeah.
So then he survives.
You think he's going to?
Yeah, I think he's going to. I think he's gonna sacrifice his Arcanine into the Farseer, the 1/2 slime into the 4/1, and then heal himself.
I think MaSsan may not do that because I think he may want to keep his taunt, thinking it's Leroy or something. We've seen 2 backstabs already.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a Sinister Strike yet, so that's true.
So even though he might sack the Soul Priest, I don't know if he'll actually heal at the same turn. I actually doubt he will.
Yeah.
And that does...
Yeah, he doesn't have any intel.
That does allow for the prep draw lethal.
Yeah. Like, if he figures out that this is Malygos, then he will for sure heal, but... He could also just Shadow Madness. He's gonna... Oh no, he's healing the Lothab.
Yep.
Big mistake, son. So this is over. Yeah, he doesn't know that this is Malygos. He's thinking that this is Arcane Golem or Leroy.
It's not over, he needs prep. SI.
No, this is over.
Is it?
Yeah, he has...
Oh, he does have a prep.
Yeah.
My mistake. Oh, yeah, that's right. Prep. He needed another prep to kill him if he healed.
Exactly.
I see, yeah. That's what we were talking about.
So that's why he needed to heal, and MaSsan can't feel happy about this, man.
Yeah.
Exactly how it went.